Let's talk about the reasons you're emotional eating and the hidden triggers that keep causing it to happen. And just right off, before we dive into it, here are two things you can do. The first thing you can do is label the urge because that creates awareness of what's happening. The second thing you can do is ask yourself, what emotional need am I trying to get by eating this food? So straight away, there are two things you can do before we dive into all of the hidden triggers of emotional eating. And if you do emotional eat, don't feel like you're the only one and there's something wrong with you, because I work with so many people, both men and women of all ages, and it is so common. We start our life being pacified with food. So it makes sense that we still try and pacify ourselves by using food. And some people use alcohol, and some people use drugs, and some people use online shopping and so many things. But for people like us, food has become our vice. And it gets to a point for some of us that we have no control and we're eating so much and we're getting unhealthy and we're gaining so much weight and we wish we could stop, and it feels out of control. And I'm going to talk about the hidden triggers that get us there, and so we can build awareness to stop that happening. So if this is you, it used to be me too. For 17 years, no, 19 years, I was binge eating, emotional eating, always on a diet to try and control it. And now I've been free from all that for about 7 years, and I can share with you how I got there and how I help my clients get there. Okay, my name's Georgina. I'm a certified health and nutrition coach, and I work with people on their relationship with food. Okay, let's dive in. So to first off, emotional eating is when we're eating when we're not really hungry. And this used to happen for me. I'd already have had my good nutritious meal, and then I'd still get into the snacks and everything afterwards. And there was no real need for me to be eating then. I'd had all of my nutrients, I'd had my meals, I didn't need to keep doing it. And it was trying to pacify an emotional response. I was trying to numb how I was feeling by filling my body up with food. And of course, it doesn't work. It just compounds the negative emotions, because then not only am I feeling lonely or restless or directionless, I'm also then feeling disgusted with myself, guilty, bloated, and all of these other things that don't feel good. So it might in the moment make us feel a little bit better to eat the thing that we think is comforting, but ultimately it's making us feel worse, and it's compounding day on a day, and we're losing self-trust with ourselves, which doesn't feel good. Okay, so let's talk about the hidden reasons why these happen. So one of the hidden triggers are just the micro stresses of day to day. And if we're not aware of these little micro stresses and how they're impacting on our body, on our nervous system, then it makes sense that we're dysregulated by the evening usually, and we just want something that's going to comfort us. And some people, like I said, reach for a glass of wine. Some people are having the wine and the food, and eventually compounding this day on day, we're going to see the impacts in our body, we're going to feel the impacts. And so one of the things we can do is just take moments throughout the day to ground into our body. We spend so much of our life disconnected from ourselves, thinking about what we need to do next. We've got all of these things going around, trying to juggle family and career and social life and everything, and it's a busy time of year as well. We need to ground in. We need to take moments to stabilize ourselves. So right now, wherever you are, standing, sitting, placing your hand on your tummy, hand on your chest, inhale through your nose, and let out a sigh and an exhale through your mouth. Feel the inhale breath expand your belly, bring it up to your chest, and then exhale and let your shoulders drop. That took us about 10-15 seconds. If you were to do that multiple times through the day, you will probably see that you'll be less likely to emotionally eat, because you'll feel more balanced and calm on a regular basis. So that's the first thing. Managing these micro stresses will be hugely beneficial for you. The next thing is this habit loop that we get into, where we say we deserve it. We've had a stressful day, we deserve it. It's Christmas, we deserve it. All of these things. Thinking, okay, it might be true. But the thing is, if we're doing this too often, like I said, there's that big impact on our body. And so instead of saying, I deserve it, thinking about other ways that you can treat yourself kindly with respect that you also deserve. Do you also deserve a nice hot bath? Do you also deserve a walk and switching off, turning your phone off and taking a walk? Also, do you deserve a nice connecting phone call with a friend or family member? There's lots of other things we can do that treat ourselves well. And another thing to ask yourself in these moments where it's like, oh, I've had such a stressful day, I deserve it, is asking yourself the question, is it worth it? I am all for enjoying all foods. I love chocolate. I love fries. Am I going to eat them every single day? No, because they don't make me feel good if I eat them every single day. But when I do decide to eat it, you bet I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy it without guilt and give myself the freedom and permission to have it. But it's because I've got into this habit of asking myself, is it worth it? If I want a dessert and I'm really going to enjoy it and it's going to be so worth it for me, yes, I'm going to say yes. But if it's just a mindless, just eat some of my son's cookies that he's left over and this, is that worth it? Am I getting that much pleasure and enjoyment from that? No, it's not worth it. So it's about being mindful and aware and asking yourself that one question, is it worth it? Is so helpful because you're not restricting or denying yourself. You're just choosing. You're giving yourself permission to choose in every moment. And you know that builds self-trust. And so much of our relationship with food has deteriorated because we've lost trust with ourselves, because we've tried diets and not stuck to them and eroded trust, because we've said we're not going to do it, the emotional eating and binge eating again. And we did, and we keep eroding trust. So asking yourself a simple question, is it worth it, will start to build that trust with yourself again. And of course, with emotional eating, the other hidden trigger is not addressing our emotional discomfort. As humans, I don't think we're that great at being in emotional discomfort, and we want to, like I said, pacify ourselves with food. And the thing is, we're trying to avoid the discomfort of whatever it is in that moment by eating, but ultimately it leads to more discomfort because we're not happy with the choice we've made to eat the food. And so we might be trying to avoid boredom or tiredness or stress by eating the treat and the thing, and then as soon as we finished it, we're then having to avoid feeling disappointed with ourselves or disgust that we've eaten so much. So we can't avoid discomfort. It's about really choosing our discomfort, unfortunately, and being able to sit in the discomfort of an urge and letting it build up to intensity and then mellow back down and sit with it and not react with it is a practice I help my clients do. But you can try it yourself. You can try the next time that urge comes on. Recognize that it's not going to stay in the same intensity. It's not going to keep feeling like someone's commanding you to go and eat the food immediately. You can let it pass if you let it be. So instead of trying to fix it or change it, just being with it. And this is a practice, as I said. And other mindfulness techniques can help you get better at being in the discomfort of an urge to emotionally eat. And it's a large amount of the work that I do with someone. So I really hope this has been beneficial for you, especially at this time of year when there are more things around that are tempting for us to binge on or overeat, and it will not make us feel good. And I don't want you to get to the point of in the new year thinking that you have to go on some crazy health kick because of how you've been. It's all about consistently looking after ourselves and also allowing ourselves to have the things sometimes, because this is life and we shouldn't have to restrict. If you would like any support one-to-one basis, please get in touch with me. We can have a free call for 20-30 minutes. I can explain what I do with clients. You can explain where you're at. We can see if it's a good fit. If not, it doesn't matter. But anyway, I hope this has been helpful. Subscribe for more videos, and I hope you're enjoying this holiday season. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll come again soon with weekly videos on how to help you with your nutrition, health, and relationship with food. And also watch out for my Pilates videos, because I make very short 5-minute videos. And if you were to consistently do those every day, you would see results and feel a lot stronger, because honestly, that's all I do most of the time. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.